Welcome to another episode of Decode with Mithun, Stock Market Analysis.
Welcome to today's rundown of the Indian stock market. What a roller coaster it's been, right?
Absolutely. It's like a full-blown Bollywood blockbuster with action, drama, and a few nail-biters along the way.
Exactly. The Nifty 50 started its day at 24,850, hit a quick peak around 24,900, then dipped to 24,700 before returning to 24,850. Meanwhile, Bank Nifty was showing similar volatile behavior, opening at 51,200, peaking at 51,500, dipping to 15,900, and closing near 51,300. It was really a tug-of-war between the bulls and bears.
And it seems like FIIs and DIIs were both doing some heavy lifting today, aren't they?
Definitely, they were in the thick of it, flexing their muscles throughout the day. Now let's break down which sectors really stole the show. The auto sector was like, well, a freshly tuned sports car, zipping ahead, while consumer durables added some sparkle. But FMCG and pharma, they really stayed in the slow lane.
That paints quite the picture. Speaking of standout performers, Bosch Limited really caught our eye today.
Oh, for sure. Bosch, a key player in mobility and industrial tech, opened at 39,500, dipped mildly to around 39,325, climbed to 40,490, and eventually closed at 40,385. Volume hit 0.46 lakh shares with about 32% delivery, and it's been on a 4-session climb, up 0.81% from yesterday. And get this, since early March, it's surged by an eye-popping 49.17%.
Right. That's some serious momentum. What's driving this, do you think?
Could be a mix of strong earnings, a buzz around new products, or just the overall hot streak in the auto sector. On the charts, it's showing a bullish engulfing pattern, sitting comfortably above its 50 and 200-day moving averages with an RSI at 65, so it's not overdone yet. Supports around 39,000, resistance at 41,000, and even options data is hinting at optimism.
So short-term play on Bosch seems like a yes to me.
Absolutely, target 42,000 in, say, 10 days, with a stop loss at 39,000. And there's that Arsh 512 dividend announcement icing on the cake.
Yep. Now moving on, Fortis Healthcare also had its day in the spotlight. How did the hospital sector perform?
Fortis, the heavyweight in the healthcare arena, started at 832.5, hovered around 830, then spiked to nearly 860 before closing at 857.45. With the volume hitting around 20.4 lakh shares and over a 55% delivery ratio, investors are clearly playing the long game. Up 1.75% for the day and a 29.62% gain since early March. It really seems to be on an upward trajectory.
Right. The charts reveal a hammer candlestick, don't they? Like it hammered out a solid bottom and bounced back.
Exactly. Sitting above its 20 and 50-day EMAs, with MACD showing bull strength. Support is holding at 820, resistance at 870, and Bollinger Bands are tightening, a possible breakout looming. Options Greeks even lean toward the bulls.
Investment call for Fortis then?
Yes, it's a go. Target 890, stop loss at 820 in a 10-day play. DIIs are in, and there's that pharma tie-up adding extra push.
Fantastic. Now Gayatri Highways sure brought some surprises today, didn't it?
Oh yes. Despite a day of flat movement, opened, peaked and closed at 205, it's been galloping along for 11 sessions, up 1.99% from yesterday, with an astonishing 162.82% gain since March 5. Now that's infrastructure magic.
It's interesting how the chart showed a doji candle, suggesting the market is catching its breath, yet holding a strong trend.
Exactly. Support is around 1.90 and resistance at 2.10, but Fibonacci levels hint at breaking through to 2.20. DIIs and bulk deals are certainly playing around with it.
So while it's consolidating, a short-term trade might be a bit riskier, but still tempting.
Right, target 2.20 with a stop loss at 1.90 could be the play, but you'd have to hold on tight, given the high volatility.
Absolutely. Shifting gears a little, what about Godrej Consumer Products? They're an FMCG royalty.
Yep, they're riding high. Opened at 1,207.3, dipped slightly, shot up to 1,265.5, and closed at 1,259. Around 16 lakh shares traded with a 45.56% delivery ratio. Up 3.49% today and 27% gain since early March. driven by new product launches and distribution wins.
Right. And the technicals?
The charts are signaling a bullish marubozu, like a freight train, strong and unwavering, with SMAs backing it up, though the RSI is at 70, nudging towards overbought territory. Support sits at 1,200, resistance at 1,280, so there's clear upside if you can ride out the near term.
So it sounds like a buy call with a target of 1,300 and a stop loss at 1,200 in a 10-day window.
Exactly. FIIs are stacking up on it too, and a Rs10 dividend just sweetens the deal.
Yep. Let's talk about another industrial giant, Graphite India. They seem to be the steel sector's best buddy.
Correct. Graphite India had an energetic session, opened at 553, slid down to 544.7, then peaked at 589, and closed at 572.75. The volume was explosive at 65.81 lakh shares with a 13.74% delivery. It's up 3.25% today and 46.13% since March, thanks to robust steel demand.
But I did notice the chart showed a shooting star candle, a warning sign of a potential pullback.
Yes, that's a notable caution. Even though it's above its 20 and 50-day EMAs and the MACD is bullish, the price action around the shooting star suggests some vulnerability. So the advice is to wait for a clear break above 600 before committing.
That makes sense. And besides, a waiting game could help manage risk, especially with volatile capacity expansion in play.
Exactly. Target 620 only if it cracks 600, with a stop loss at 580.
Right. Now, what about those heavyweights in sectors like power transmissions and steel, say GE Vernova T&D and HEG Limited?
GE Vernova T&D India stayed flat at 2,726.8, despite a 5% uptick from yesterday over 3 sessions, with very low volume but 100% delivery, a clear sign of concentrated trading. Technicals point to a doji candle, with support at 2,600 and resistance at 2,800, hinting at a breakout soon. So, target 2,900 with a stop loss at 2,600 in a 10-day play.
Yep. And HEG Limited? The volume there was off the charts?
Exactly. HEG opened at 551.35, dipped to 542.1, spiked to 6119, and closed at 573.1. With a staggering volume of 467.06 lakh shares and 10.09% delivery, it's up 7.27% today and 54.1% since March. The charts show a bullish engulfing pattern, albeit with an RSI at 75. So, overbought signals are flashing. Better to wait for a slight dip towards 550 before targeting 650, with a stop loss at 530.
I must say, though, I sometimes wonder if waiting for that dip might miss out on a continued rally. Don't you think that's a fair, counterpoint?
That's a valid point, but given the overbought conditions, a pullback is more likely in the near term. It's a cautious approach, and risk management is key in these volatile times.
Yeah, I see that. And what about the global backdrop? How did international markets stack up?
Global vibes were quite upbeat today. The S&P 500 was up around 0.47%, Dow Jones increased by 0.29%, with European titans like FTSE and DAX making slight gains, and even Asia's Nikkei and Hang Seng showing modest moves. This international optimism might even lift India's market tomorrow.
Yep, that's encouraging. And it seems FIIs were making big moves on stocks like Bosch, Godrej Consumer, JSW Steel, and others, while DIIs led the charge on Fortis, Indian Bank, and a few more.
Exactly. FIIs and DIIs were all over the board, with promoters even upping stakes in key names like Gayatri Highways and Graphite India.
So, wrapping up, the overall market outlook seems bullish with a few consolidation pockets here and there. What's your take on Nifty and Bank Nifty for tomorrow?
I'd say Nifty is likely to open near 24,900, with support at 24,700 and resistance at 25,000, while Bank Nifty might open around 51,400, with support at 51,000 and resistance at 51,800. The mood is
those sound
bullish,
like solid
with
figures.
a hint of calculated caution.
Well, that's a comprehensive wrap for today. A mix of technical details, sector plays, and global cues.
Absolutely. It's been a wild yet insightful ride. We'll keep our eyes peeled for any breakout plays, and for tomorrow, budget buzz and the day's big winners and losers are must-watch items.
Right on. Thanks for the deep dive. Until next time, keep riding those market waves.
Please note, All content of this video is only for educational purpose only. Consult SAB registered financial advisor before investing. If you like this content, subscribe and hit the bell. No hurry, do it when you have time.